very windy Friday morning out on the Florida Railroad Museum. We have made a special trip out here to document the museum's annual Cottontail Express, a yearly event that they operate for the holiday Easter, where kids can go out to their willow yard and participate in many activities which include sack rides, hay wagons, bounce houses, crafts, toys, model railroads, egg hunts, and even meet the Easter Bunny. Volunteers Alex Martin and Karen are making sure that all passengers giving their tickets make it onto their train and assigned car safely. Photo opportunities with crew members are always welcome.
Being a 6324, can we one car up this way? There we are.
We would be chasing and documenting the 10 a.m. trip. The museum does 3 trips a day for this event, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. However, today, the 4 p.m. trip was canceled because there were very strong storms building out over Tampa Bay, and they would be over town by noon. This museum operates on the old CSX Parish subdivision that used to go from Palmetto, Florida up to Valrico. However, it was cut off near Wimauma, Florida, and the museum gains ownership of this line around milepost SW860, and their Willow Yard, which is the cutoff, is around milepost SW854. The tracks themselves were laid in 1903 and used primarily by the Seaboard Airline. A small addition to this train, the Mopac 12070 caboose, the first red one that you see there, has been recently repainted by an Eagle Scout and has recently been put back on the train. As we near departure, the time comes. Alex gives his car the safety briefing, basically an explanation of the safety precautions, rules, and regulations of the train before they head off to the Easter field. Soon enough, the safety briefing is done, and at 10 o'clock on the dot, the museum gets the train rolling north. And engineer Tom makes sure to get the train moving quickly. About 2 miles down the line at milepost SW858 is the museum's one and only dirt road at-grade railroad crossing, Dickey Road. Down at milepost 854, the train slowly pulls into the Willow Yard to unload the passengers and let them go have fun for about an hour. The Easter Bunny is also here to greet all the kids as they come into the station. The train is then stopped so everyone can get off and have fun. Everyone hurries out into the fields as one of the most important activities is about to begin. What could possibly be one of the most important activities on an Easter event? That's right, the Easter egg hunt. Volunteer and event coordinator Glenn Miley counts down from 10, and the kids hurry out into the fields to get as many eggs as they can. All of the eggs are gone within a matter of a minute. But don't worry, this isn't the only thing the kids have to do for the next hour. There is a constant chain of bubbles being produced that get blown around crazily in this wind. One of the other activities that kids can participate in are the sack races. Glenn Miley gets them ready and then sends them off around the corner. There are definitely plenty of things to keep you busy at this event. Tables to sit down and eat, lemonade made right in front of you, fries, and all sorts of other food that you can purchase and eat right on the property. There is also a building line for kids to go in and meet and talk with the Easter Bunny. Some of the tents that you can see are pretty spread out, mainly because the open space was where all the Easter eggs were when the train first arrived. What you're seeing right here is an ex-SAL searchlight cantilever signal that was donated by CSX when they retired this signal in late 2018 and replaced them with new PTC signals. PTC standing for Positive Train Control. The museum is going to undergo a project where they restore this old signal and use it for railroad movements. Here we can get a bird's eye view of all of the activities that they have. The line for Easter Bunny is just about done, but the food stands never stop working. And no need to worry, there are restrooms on site. Though you can't see it from this drone shot, there are two separate things inside their Willow Depot. Number one, the Easter Bunny, and number two, a gift shop. They have toys and other things that can be purchased and taken home. Willow Yard is also where the Florida Railroad Museum stores most of their equipment and undergoes restoration projects. Right now, they have a big construction project going on that will be discussed in a later video. The museum even has an old steam locomotive on display that was trucked here a couple of years ago and was originally on display in Leesburg, Florida. But right behind it is what always catches my attention. There was some old remnants of an old sawmill, which is what Willow was originally used for. There was a giant sawmill here back in the early 1900s, which is what the railroad usually would serve. But after the railroads left, it was left to decay. One last commodity that they have on site are hay wagon rides, where people can get on the back of a hay wagon and ride through Willow Yard. Not even a minute later, the all aboard is recalled as it is time to head back south. After the train exits Willow Yard limits, they get back up to track speed because they have to get their train back south quick. Why? Because the storms that I described in the beginning of the video are beginning to move in. That's why there has been so much wind in this video, is because of the storm moving in. Nonetheless, moving 4 miles back south, we're back at milepost 858, Dickey Road. The museum still has one more run today that hasn't yet been canceled, so people wait on the platform as the train begins to roll in. The train comes to a stop in Parrish safely, and everyone got off the train and began to head home. Hopefully they made it home before things got nasty. The storm was still coming in and did not plan to stop anytime soon. But the run we documented was a very nice one, and I hope everyone had a great time. For any of the railroad projects that I have stated in this video, funds are greatly needed. So if anyone would like to donate toward any of these, please visit the Railroad Museum's website at frrm.org. Here you can find information on the museum itself and all of their upcoming events for the rest of 2019. Also, be sure to hit the like button if you like this video, and if you'd like to see more, head over to my channel and subscribe if you wish. And if you'd like to be notified for all new videos that I make, be sure to tap the little bell icon right next to the subscribe button, and you'll get a notification every time I upload. Also, any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comments section. I'll be sure to read them all. Special thanks to the Florida Railroad Museum for making this run a very pleasurable experience for all the passengers and myself. Also, I hope to wish everybody a happy Easter. And with that being said, at the Florida Railroad Museum, this is Kotabeaner, out.